Eala exits Australian Open first round. Falls to Alycia Parks. Manila, Philippines. Eala couldn't sustain her strong first set win, absorbing a tough 6-0, 3-6, 2-6 loss to American Alycia Parks in the 2026 Australian Open first round on Monday at Melbourne Park. Buoyed by her Filipino fans, Eala came out firing with an emphatic opening set victory before losing steam in the last two frames. The world number 100 Parks carried her momentum into the decider with a 3-1 start before Eala made it a 1-point deficit with a crucial fifth game win. The 25-year-old Parks completed a comeback from 30-40 in the seventh game to move on the verge of victory, 5-2. The world number 49 Eala took her last stand, coming back from a 0-30 deficit in the eighth game and taking 2 break points. Parks regained the match point with a strong forehand hit, followed by a sharp serve that forced Eala to miss her return. Parks, who survived Eala in an hour and 56 minutes, battles Karolina Muchova of Czechia in the next round. The Filipinos, who were warned by the umpire several times due to their noise, gave Eala some love before exiting the court. The 20-year-old took some time to accommodate some fans and thanked them. Eala survived a tight first game, drawing the first blood after 8 break points. She blanked Parks in the next game en route to a 6-0 win. However, she faltered in the second set and had to overcome a 0-3 start. But she never wavered and dominated the next 3 games to tie the set at 3-all. The American netter showed composure and bagged the next 3 games to force the decider. The Filipino tennis sensation made her Australian Open main draw debut after 3 first-round exits in the qualifiers. Eala, a 2020 Australian Open girls doubles champion, will compete in the doubles tournament, teaming up with Brazilian Ingrid Martins as they battle Magda Linette of Poland and Shuko Ami of Japan. Dream start, hard lesson, Eala's Australian Open journey. There are nights in sport that shimmer with possibility, when the crowd buzzes with belief, when every rally feels like destiny knocking, and then there are the mornings that follow, full of reflection, growth, and resolve. For Filipina tennis sensation Eala, her 2026 Australian Open campaign was both. On a radiant Monday afternoon at Melbourne Park's Court 6, Eala's compelling story at the first Grand Slam of the year ended in a first-round defeat to American Alycia Parks, 0-6, 6-3, 2-6, a result that sent waves of disappointment through Filipino tennis fans but also underscored the rollercoaster nature of elite competition. Court 6, a battlefield painted with Filipino passion. Long before a ball was struck, it was already clear that this match meant something more than a scoreline. Hundreds queued for hours to secure a seat inside Court 6. Philippine flags fluttered like a sea of fiery hope beneath the Australian sun. Chanting erupted in a mix of Tagalog and English. "Go, Alex, go!" Imbuing the venue with an atmosphere that felt part home rally, part festival, part revolution. This wasn't just any first round. It was Eala's long-awaited main draw debut at the Australian Open, the last Grand Slam where she hadn't yet made a mark. After years of hard work, rising through rankings, and battling across continents, this was her moment, not just for her own career, but for a country eager for its next tennis star. And she began it in the most electric way possible. A blistering opening set, from potential to reality. From the outset, Eala played like a player possessed. Her first game lasted an astonishing 12 minutes, a marathon of grit and shot-making that ended with her breaking the powerful serve of Parks. Soon, she would steamroll through the set, winning 8 of the next 9 points and closing the set at 6-0 in just 34 minutes. To the casual observer, that bagel set, a tame in tennis for a 6-0 score, might signal dominance. But in the electric swirl of a rabid crowd and the weight of expectation, it felt like a poetic announcement. Eala has arrived. The cheers, the chants, the flags, it all felt like destiny. But as is often the case in sport, destiny is not written in one set. Momentum shifts, Parks strikes back. As the second set began, the mood subtly changed. Alycia Parks, world number 99 and no stranger to big moments, regrouped. With a booming serve and heavy ground strokes, she raced to a 3-0 lead, turning the momentum in her favor. Eala fought back valiantly, tying the set at 3-3, but Parks regained control, taking the next 3 games to close it out 6-3. In that shift, tennis revealed its brutal truth. Momentum is fickle, and mental resilience is as vital as physical brilliance. The decisive third set saw Parks build an early lead, and even as Eala clawed back to 2-3, her opponent's precision and power ultimately carried the day, sealing the match 6-2. More than just a loss. To some, the scoreline, 0-6, 3-6, 2-6, might look like a comprehensive victory for Parks. But anyone who watched deeper sees a different story. A match of evolution, challenge, and emotional complexity. Eala's performance was fierce, passionate, and at times breathtaking, especially early on. She demonstrated the attacking instincts and strategic variety that have made her one of the most exciting young players on the tour. What she lacked at moments was the sustained consistency and tactical adjustments that the very best players muster under fire. And yet, in many ways, that's where the real story lies. Not in the score, but in what it showed about her potential. The weight of expectations and the crowd factor. There's no question that the crowd played a huge role, a double-edged sword of electricity and pressure. The sold-out stands, awash with Filipino support, were both inspiration and burden. At times, the cheers lifted her game. At others, they seemed to amplify every missed opportunity. Such is the paradox of having a legion of fans. Their energy can elevate you, but their expectations can also weigh on you. For Parks, the crowd might have even become a catalyst. With every roar for Eala, she seemed to dig deeper, demonstrating a mental steel that allowed her to overcome the early setback and claim victory. Her ability to stay composed while the atmosphere favored her opponent was a testament to her competitive maturity. What this means for Eala's journey. Some might see this as a setback, a defeat. But in the tapestry of a champion's career, setbacks are threads that add strength and texture. Eala's 2026 Australian Open run might have ended in the first round, but her performance, especially that dominant opening set, speaks volumes about her talent and trajectory. She enters 2026 with more experience under her belt, sharper insights about her game, and a clearer understanding of the physical and mental demands of Grand Slam tennis.